Good morning, everyone. This week, the leaders of all the world nations are gathering in New York City at the UN. And we all know how pathetic the UN is to begin with, and their human rights record, and those who sit on their boards. The president of Iran, a terrorist organization that stows the most chaos in the world and the entire Middle East and further, sits there with their president and is on these councils. It's really pathetic. But yesterday I saw a picture of French Emmanuel Macron, who claims to be a defender of the West and supports Israel, so to speak, sitting at a meeting, like at a presidential meeting with the president of Iran, smiling. An organization that's entire intent is to wipe out another UN nation. And here he is sitting and smiling, all for a little bit of oil, some money. The French have always been pathetic. If you go back to World War II and you think about the Vichy government and the way they collaborated with the Nazis and helped them, they've always been pathetic and scared of ever taking a real stance. In fact, there's an old anecdote about why the English people, the soldiers, had red uniforms. And the tale goes that in case one of the soldiers got shot and was bleeding, if he had a red uniform, no one would see and they wouldn't get scared and they would continue fighting. And the joke goes that that's why the French have brown uniforms. And I think I don't have to explain that. But in any case, on the other end, we saw Macron. We saw Milei from Argentina, who has shown himself to be a tremendous friend of the Jewish people and someone who stands up for the truth. And he gave a remarkable speech at the UN yesterday, criticizing the UN and how they celebrate Cuba and Iran and North Korea, all these nations that are so horrendous in their human rights, yet they always criticize Israel. And in fact, before he went to the UN, his first stop when he came to New York, and he's a Gentile, was to go to the resting place of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, blessed memory, and to pray there. What a remarkable human being, and to see the contrast between these two leaders. But this week's Torah portion is Nitzavim and Vayelech. We read a double portion. Nitzavim means to stand straight, to stand upright, to stand firm. And Vayelech means to go. And if you think about it, Nitzavim and Vayelech are really a paradox. They're a contrast. One is to stand in your place and one is to walk. Yet we read them both on the same week together. And the portion is called this week Nitzavim Vayelech, which is really an oxymoron. And why? And there's two thoughts I want to tell you and share with you. The first is that sometimes we say, Nitzavim, I stand with Israel, I stand with the West, I stand against fundamentalist Islam, I stand against terror, I stand against anti-Semitism. We talk, Nitzavim, but Vayelech, we don't walk. As they say, we talk the talk, but we don't walk the walk. And what the Torah portion is telling us is that Nitzavim and Vayelech go together. It's not enough to say, I stand against Iran and them having a nuclear weapon and them stowing hate and chaos in the entire Middle East and the world, from the Houthis to Hezbollah to Hamas to those in Iraq. It's not enough to say that. Nitzavim is not enough. You need Vayelech. You need to walk the walk. You need to stand with the right people. And you need to stand up and support those who are fighting for the truth. Not like Macron did, but like Milei did. Someone who's able to speak up even when it's not popular and say the truth. And the second is Nitzavim means to stand firm and stand strong in our beliefs, in our faith. But it's not enough to stand firm in them. We need to grow in them. If you think about what's been going on since October 7th as the Jewish people, and you see the remarkable response of the Jewish community, Nitzavim, standing strong in our faith, wasn't enough. We also had Vayelech. We grew in our faith, in our community, in our understanding of each other, in our resolve that never again means never again. And that's why Nitzavim and Vayelech are together. because ultimately talking the talk is not enough. You got to walk the walk. You got to sacrifice sometimes that which is comfortable, and finance and oil and money, to stand with the right people. And ultimately, it's not enough to be strong, but we got to keep on growing and becoming stronger and stronger. And may Hashem give each and every one of us to learn from Milei and not from Macron, and to be strong and have our faith, and to talk the talk and walk the walk. And Hashem will bless each and every one of us with a Shana Tova, a good year filled with health and happiness, prosperity and nachas. God bless you and have a great day.